By the 1940s, most of the domestic U.S. political establishment was allied to one or other Zionist organization. Thus, even if Truman was not consciously picking aides and advisors sympathetic to Zionism, the probability would be good that he would get such people in any case. And he did. These advisors, in turn, created an information environment for the president that exaggerated the importance of the so-called Jewish vote for the next presidential election. They convinced Truman that all U.S. Jews favored a Jewish state in Palestine, which was not true, and that the support of these same Jews was vital for realizing his electoral ambitions. The principal State Department actors in this drama were Near East and African Affairs head Loy Anderson, Secretary of State George C. Marshall. Stettinius had resigned in June 1946, and his assistant Robert Lovett. Marshall had been the U.S. Army's chief of staff during World War II, and was the man Winston Churchill had called the organizer of victory in that conflict. In the conflict between the White House and State Department over Palestine, it was Henderson who most often represented the department's position. Palestine policy, he asserted, should not only be guided by U.S. national interest in the Arab world, but also stay in tune with U.S. democratic traditions. In our considered opinion, the active support by the government of the United States of a policy favoring the setting up of a Jewish state in Palestine would be contrary to the policy which the United States has always followed of respecting the wishes of a large majority of the local inhabitants with respect to their form of government. At the present time, the United States has a moral prestige in the Near and Middle East unequaled by that of any other great power. We would lose that prestige and would likely for many years be considered a betrayer of the high principles which we ourselves have enunciated during the period of the war.